jump away the entire time, but I am liking, especially because of the Timbersaw aspect, I think I like Perro Negro's drafts a little bit more. However, looking for Org, definitely categorize them as a stronger team.
Yeah, well, yes, and Matthew is just teasing, is teasing Slatums with his Earthshaker pick,
Ya
like
te
kind
dije,
of.
soy gozo.
It dije soy.
Ay, 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 qué buena jugada.
Okay, I think this is going to. There's going to be a lot of all chat here. Oh, people are just DCing out of the game. Both carries struggling with the internet connection, I suppose. Oh, that's the nickname he's using. It's not Kendall X, it's Repugnance. That's him.
Yeah, that I Repugnance is a better username though.
Yeah, I like it better.
And he is playing against a Pugna, not in lane, most likely. Matthew very gonna be playing on the Pugna, so probably +4. And then the Ogre Magi 5. That means you have an Ogre and a Morphling lane against the Timbersaw plus Lion. Which side do you think that favors more?
Mm. Mm. Oh, green against Lion Timber. I do believe Lion should be looking to rotate as soon as possible because you don't really want to leech experience out of a Timbersaw. But I don't really see much kill potential for the Perra Negra side because only on level 1, obviously, against the Morphling because everyone can kill Morphling on level 1. But after that, Ogre Magi is really a tough cookie to cut, and Morphling is, and they don't really have like a good reliable stun. They do have Fire Breath, but that's just the second one. The only thing is that if you go for the Lion build where you max Earth Spike, then maybe you can start rotating and do a little bit more damage. If you just want to be annoying, which is my preferred Lion build, and max out the mana drain, that is, in my opinion, the build that is going to make the Lion the most useful. Because if you just stun and start draining the mana out of the Morphling, he just can't use the waveform to escape, so he becomes more killable. He also deplete the Ogre Maya out of his mana, so he can start doing the Ignite spam. So yeah, I do think the kill potential is more onto a Lion, and but he also has a way to get away with the pick. Okay, we have finally Wits reconnected into the game. And talk to me a little bit about the Earthshaker and Earth Spirit matchup. Like, we know there's no favorites here, but in terms of players, who do you think is going to come up ahead?
It should normally be Shaker. There's obviously kill potential between the two. Earth Spirit can roll you, push you underneath the tower. That's always a little bit scary. But Shaker is just kind of in a position where he is a little bit busted with the Enchant Totem combo with the Slugger doing tons of work. One of the things that I do find interesting, though, is Knight went for the Fist of Death facet online instead of the Mana Drain deals damage facet. So, yeah, that's an interesting choice. Going for the I'm a right-click line these days build.
Yeah, it does have Cleave. Enemy hero skill within 3 seconds of being punched will add a finger of death stack. I mean, if you're lucky, you're getting maybe one or two more stacks, which adds up. Like it's like 40 HP more with your level 15 talent. No, it's 140 HP more with your level 15 talent. So maybe, I don't know. It's also like a good chunk, a little bit more of damage. I mean, it's not like your mana drain is going to do a lot of damage either way. So why not, flip it, risk it.
Yeah, but
Level
every little bit
one,
helps, and especially once you
yeah,
get like the shard and stuff, can
yeah.
be. It's obviously not amazing damage, but turning yourself after using Finger of Death into a melee hero kind of feels very strange on a lion.
Yeah. It is weird because you don't really want to be the front line if you're a lion. But let's see, if you play obviously just lion roaming around, maybe it's not as effective, and maybe they are planning on being grouped up on a part of the game, so that's why he chose that, or maybe he just hasn't played lion in a while and didn't change the facet from a ranked match. It can happen.
I definitely do expect that to happen to quite a decent amount of people.
Ooh, career.
A lot of career snipes in the early games today, especially considering it's weird that it's an Ogre Magi with not a single spell. He just right clicks it down.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that you sacrifice that first level, which doesn't really take that long. It's just 2 creep waves. But after that, it feels really good to have 2 levels of Ignite. It's just harass city from there. MJC is being also really aggressive under Italy.
Yeah, it's also kind of annoying. Yeah, this is the big problem of playing against Enchantress. They have to counterward their own big camp on the side of looking for Org, so that the Enchantress can't get a good creep out of it. And those are the things that really hurt the most.
No, well, mostly, yeah. Well, Enchantress
Jump
needs
in.
something. Oh, yeah, there's no
Matthew.
stun here, so yeah.
Yeah, but still a lot of damage. Does
Yeah,
have tangos being delivered, but it does show in a couple of hits how much damage they can do between them.
Yeah, well, that's 80 seconds cooldown on that saving grace. He doesn't have a DP anymore as well, so he can use that escape card once every 80 seconds or with a DP. If they go on him again, he's dead. Even though he has the Qualifier, so he can buy up some seconds, couple of seconds.
Oh, they're gonna go for Knight top lane. The slow coming out from Yodomi. Knight dropping in. Are they gonna be able to secure the kill? No, it's actually gonna get blocked by Repugnance, who turns on towards looking for Org. Pike is just gonna dip out. One of the things that's also curious for me is Morphlings only go for 2 points in attribute shift, and they just put everything in, all the other spells plus the +2 all attributes. I always find it a little bit strange considering there's so many like Shakers and Timbersaw. Well, in this game, Shaker and Timbersaw. Do you think he's gonna stick to the build that everyone else goes for, or will he put a little bit more into his attribute shift?
I think we had this conversation before, and I did think about it after we finished casting that game, and I think it might be mainly because if you max it out so early, it's a lot of mana per second, which you might not have early in the game. So maybe that's that. It's not about the attribute shift; it's about the mana consumption. And here we go, the first blood. Easy for Repugnance. Ooh, that's an early something for that Timber, so which you don't really want. Oh, Pike. He is still on level 1 for attribute shift, so he could have died there.
Early stage, it's pretty easy to get that kill. Well, I'm saying pretty easy. It's actually not that easy. But Ogre Magi, very weak hero. Even though he is technically sort of level 3, but once you get hit by Whirling Death level 2, you lose so much HP. He also did go for reactive armor, so it's 2-0-1 build for the Timbersaw so far. Trying to be able to be tanky enough so that the Lion is at one point not needed in the lane and can go for the side lane, the safe lane gang. That's kind of what you're looking for this game, I would say.
Lion isn't leveling the mana drain, so he's going for the air spike build. A little bit more damage, a little bit more burst, which it's always useful with a Timbersaw in the lane. Oh, Slatin Solos, PP. Did he?
Yeah, gets the kill. It's now level 6 as well. And a bit of damage on towards the tier 1 tower in mid. Great catch coming out. And then knocking him out of range. yeah, it's kind of you're playing a Shaker against any other melee, you win. Pike actually dying topside to Repugnance, a lot of damage from the Timber Saw, and I feel
Yeah,
like that was more than he anticipated.
it is looking a little bit scary. Oh yeah, he was level 3, so he didn't get that second level on attribute shift. I don't know why he got with that early level on adaptive strike. Maybe when they were going on into onto the lion, he thought he could burst him down, but it wasn't the case. And with 2 kills now on the Timber, so it can get scary because Timbers is one of those heroes that you don't really want to give them a good early game. Like fast levels is a fast death for you on the Timber Saw. Well, against the Timber Saw.
Yeah, Timber Saw is a very scary, a snowball type hero that can get out of control fast. In the meantime, Pike has his Ring of Health done. I previously queued up that he wants to go for a Lincoln's, but I don't really see any big value from Lincoln's this game.
You're right. What do you want to build with Ring of Health? I mean, yeah, it's only a Lincoln Sphere or a Lotus Orb. So, or well, Banquet,
It's
which
good against Lion, probably, and technically also the PA, but I don't really think that Lincoln's to counter the PA is heads up move. TP topside. PP is here, wants to go for Repugnance. There's the stun in from behind. Timber Chain, can he get himself
stun.
out of there? No, he is gonna get chopped down by PP. Big kill, very big kill.
PP wants more. PP wants more. He's going in.
Yeah, he wants to get that experience room, but the experience room will go to Knight, so it's a 1-for-1 trade.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, well, at least he forced the rotation out of the Shaker. Yeah, Shaker is wasting a little bit of time here. They know about the stacks now for looking for Orc. They know there's a triple stack there in the triangle of, well, X triangle for Perro Negro. Triple stack, which is really juicy if you are the Timber Stone for
Radiant's middle
rushing
tower is under
whatever
attack.
item you want, or just
Or the
Echo
Shaker.
Slam it. Yeah, just
Yeah,
Echo Slam it.
exactly.
Good stuff.
Get that quick blink, be able to play more counter word from Yodomi. God, they Knight, nice facial block, but don't really think they should be able to do much in response. Knight actually needs to be
Nice.
very careful. Nice block from Slatum, making sure the chase onto Knight will not happen. Yonobi wants to just get a little bit more debuffs going to get a free kill. Slatum actually is the one in trouble at the moment. Roll comes in. There's a 4-man rotation towards mid. Plus the Ravage available for fight to leave Slatum. Fissure block gets thrown out.
It just-
He takes a lot of damage there from the amplified damage room, but it's nowhere near enough to divert them from the kill.
They should take the stacks. Yeah, exactly. This is exactly what you want to do, and this is horrible for Perro Negro. They have to contest this to 100%.
Chakram level 6 Timber Saw right now. Ravage does get thrown out. They're going to go in for Knight, who's losing his life again. Repugnance is going to be a second target. They find 2 kills. In response, 3 kills. MJZ is going to be the
Is
target.
this-
They've got ancient stacks here, or MJZ still alive. Witz is nearby, can go for any crit shenanigans. Fissure block from Slatum. He's trying to get anywhere closer. Gonna walk in from behind. Yodomi is gonna be left behind as they make it a 2-for-1 trade-off. 3 if you count the double death of Knight.
Well, Yodomi was the only sacrifice there. They did get the small camp stack, so a little of economic damage being done there. Their Shaker is not happy with this. He did get picked off like that. But whatever we just saw is, oh wait, once again Slatums, he can't catch a break there.
Yeah, they're gonna go in again onto Slatum, take him down once again. That Shaker. It's gonna take a little bit longer to get his blink dagger done. Knight is in the meantime looking to make the stack still continuously bigger, but we already saw how dangerous that can be against looking for Orc.
Is under attack.
Well, they might want to contest that. They do know there's a stack still lingering there. Oh, Repugnance. A little bit out of the... too far
Yeah,
away
wait
from
for
his
him
tower.
Just do a lot of damage, but is going to get stunned. Multi-cast, of course, for good luck, good measure. Repugnance should be able to walk this one off. Timber Chain to the low ground. Actually, Pike is going to go in. Repugnance is still going strong, though. The ticks, the ticks, the ticks, the ticks. Magic Wand is going to keep him alive. So very close. No, it is not.
Oh.
Ogre Magi gets the kill onto Yudomi. That's the dumb luck
unfortunate.
going in right
Yeah.
there, because that ignite is disgusting.
It is maxed out, yeah. Timbersaw has a lot of regen, but he can survive against magic damage. Okay, I think that looking for Orc is taking one play out of the Perro Negro handbook and also doing stacks themselves. At least I saw Yadomi doing one in his jungle by going for the Lincoln Sphere as his first item, which is always interesting. Well, at least it just saves you against the Lion, I guess. Like the Blink Hex. Lion doesn't have a blink, but
And Morphling, of course, doesn't mind having a lot of attributes. 16 all attributes isn't too shabby for the hero to add into the mix. While MGZ was trying to scout out the enemy's triangle, will get himself got. 7-4 at the moment. With only a 1k lead, it looks like this is going to be a very even game for quite some time.
yeah, the funny thing is that we saw Repugnance with a nice early game. Like he got 2 kills pretty early on, but then he just got ganked out of the first position in net worth. He is actually last in terms of cores in net worth, and well, yeah, he just fell off. He's still scary though. Like he's not like that far away. But it was looking like a really nice Timbersaw game, but they just controlled him a little bit better. Matthew now on level 6, trying to defend here a little bit, but the push is coming in. Knight is wrapping around to see if they can find someone peep in danger.
PP gotta be careful. There's a Pike just taking gateway right behind them as well. Echo Slam gets dropped on to the Earth Spirit. Blows him up pretty quickly with that blink reveal. Now Knight needs to run away. He did get his first Finger of Death charge, which is always nice.
Yeah, he did become a melee hero now. Going to pay for it with his life. He tried to deny himself to
Blood
the
grenade right there, but
yeah.
mission failed. Nonetheless, still even Steven. So Wits is top net worth right now of the game, but the big difference maker here is the net worth of the supports, with Yudomi decently farmed and Matthew very farmed.
Yeah, well, it's really easy to farm as Puck now, and also it's really easy to take towers. So I'm a little bit surprised that they are not going for that. They're going a little bit more into ganking play style. They are looking for that timber. So again, they don't want that timber so to have a game.
Timber's going for Pike. Gotta be a little bit careful. That damage output from both sides, to be fair. Wait for him forward. Chakra comes at. Yeah, they get the kill onto Repugnance. Make sure that they can get the experience rune spawning in 5 seconds as well. Great catch. They manage to secure it. And indeed, Pike gets the Wisdom rune. They grab their own. Double XP comes into play. And these, like, Knight is still just level 6. They pretty far behind in terms of experience. And farm, for that matter.
Yeah, it's looking better for Org in terms of globally as a team, but still there's something that maybe even the same Perro Negro and Fusion have dealt with in the past, which is they leave Wits to himself. He is a happy Phantom Assassin with no one bothering her. He already has the Power Trust and Battle Fury going for the BKB as the next item. Once he finishes that, it's going to be really hard to keep him down or to play against him. The only saving grace you'll have is like the Decrepify, but that only helps you, to counter against one target. He just jumps to the next one, and that's it. We're looking for Orc go for the aggressive here, trying to control the towers a little bit more, open the map for their carries. Just a TIE Hunter hitting the tower though, which is fun to watch, not something you usually see TIE Hunters do.
Is under attack.
Yeah. In the meantime, top side, they're looking
Again!
for fight another repugnant. They really, really do not like repugnance this game. They're doing everything they can to interrupt his farm. Granted, he is going to go for that axe, and once he has it, they have no way to deal with him. But right now, he is still squishy enough to be taken down. 4-0-4 for Matthew on the Pugnat +5.
Do you? Oh well, they get the free MJC. There you go. Do
freebie?
you really want to? Yeah. Do you really want to go against the Timber so much and leave the Phantom Assassin as free as she is?
You can only
Now-
focus on one. The Echo Slam did get dropped onto Pike, though. That's a big surprise kill coming in out of nowhere. But yeah, I would probably say so.
Well, obviously they know what they're doing. Oh, wait for it. Repugnance again
Repugnance.
there.
This
Okay,
time they
it
don't
looked
have a
like-
Morphling there, though, so they will have the lackluster damage to try and kill him.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Slatem's just going for a BKB as his next item. Well, BKB is really important against the Dire lineup.
Structures are falling.
MGZ
Dire's bottom tower
just gonna get drained down by Matthew. Very tanky still with the nature tendons, and of course untouchable as still 20 magic wand charge. And they're just wasting so much time on that kill.
Yeah, those only 2 levels of nature attendance, it's still a lot of regen. Oh, PA is so close to the BKB.
Is that really like a go moment for them, or do you think they want to extend this game to late?
Well, you can't really go as much because the one that would have to lead the charge doesn't really have. Well, he does have a game, but it's been slow to hell, which is a Timbersaw. You can play a little bit more aggressive. I'd say not only the BKB, but also maybe a Roche, which you can take Roche semi-fast with the Earthshaker and Phantom Assassin. So maybe BKB Roche and then try to go a little bit more aggressive. That'd be it. In terms of looking for Orc, Lincoln Sphere ready on the Morphling.
tower is under attack.
And now going for Manta as his next item.
Dire's
Manta?
bottom
Yeah.
tower is under attack.
Manta, and after that,
Kanda.
Kanda, yeah.
Good old Kanda stick. Repugnance is still trying to catch up. Yeah, they really destroyed his lane. 5 deaths on the Timbersaw.
Dire's bottom
But still, net worth-wise, they're very even between the two sides. PP from PP misses the roll to get the catch.
He gets too wide. Matthew is just defending the towers, Enchantress being annoying in the top lane. And Blink Dagger on Knight, that's important. And that's maybe the reason why we have a Lincoln Sphere as the first item in Morphling. It's a little bit of an old school build though. Maybe it's just out of being used to.
Yeah, the Vlad's is already built by the Tide. Normally, Morphlings would go Vlad's first item, but since Tide already went for it, speaking of which, Tide also has the Blink Dagger. Echo Slam drop in mid, going for PP, take him down. And that is going to be Finger of Death kill number 3 this game. It's actually starting to rake up pretty nicely.
Yeah, that's a little bit more damage. It's going to make you tanky as well. You always want to ult someone as Lion every time it's up. Obviously, if you're going, you don't really have to secure the kill. Just help bursting the guy, so you get one more charge.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So you don't have to buy HP items later on.
Attack.
We have the 20-minute mark coming up. So in 1 more minute, we do have Tormentors now. 1 more minute, we have the next experience rune. They are pinging Roche, so it's going to be Roche for Tormentor. The trade is favorable, in my opinion, for Waska, or looking forward.
Yeah, they do manage to get the shard. It goes on
lucky.
to the Lion. The Enchantress is not the worst. Lion is okay, I would say. I don't think it's necessarily like... maybe this game it is pretty good. They have primarily magic damage. Looking forward.
Well, once you get the Glimmer Cape, you just start drying people up, and they can't really stop you. You become invisible because of the Glimmer Cape, so it's just like a fun place to be as a Lion. He is level 10 as well, really close to that first item of the Glimmer Cape, which is going for that Aghanim Shard that you mentioned in the drafting phase. So maybe once he gets the Fan of Knives, we are going to see the green light for Perro Negro.
It is very solid. In the meantime, Tormentor on the opposing side gets taken care of. Yadomi gets a free shard himself. Yeah, I think
nice.
that is definitely the better choice between the two. The Pugno one is the kind of a quality of life thing where you can place the Netherward a little bit further. And I guess the AoE Suck is always just cool to have. But it's most of the time really being used to counter illusion-based heroes as they one-shot those illusions.
Yeah, both teams got lucky with the shard placement. Lion and Ogre were the best two shards possible. Okay, wait for it.
Oh,
Here we
Echo
go.
on to big catch, 2-man
Oh,
finger.
beautiful.
That is a big, fat, juicy dunk. It's also the reveal of the Timber Saw's Aghanim Scepter. And they get a double kill on two huge cores. Net with advantage just jumped into Radiant Hands. And they kind of need to get something out of it. The problem is the creeps. It took too long to get the push going. So not really any big objective they can gain out of it.
They're buying more time for the Phantom Assassin. I believe she got a kill as well. We did see also the reveal of the Aghanim Shard on the Phantom Assassin. She's going for Sangin Yasha as his next item. So a lot of status resistance, a lot of crowd control avoidance, crowd control. What's Matthew up to? He has a Glimmer Cape. Going for Disc. Air Spirit with Sangin Yasha ready. Do we have on the Tide Hunter a Blink Dagger finally with Blamer Suffering? Manta Style ready for the Morphling as well. Going for the Phylactery as the next item to get that Kanda. Let's see. Smoke coming up from looking for Orc, and maybe Knight. It's going to be the target. Oh, they do have a Phantom Assassin roaming around there. They see her. We do have the Blink Tide. Can they get the Blink Ravage?
That's an interesting one. They do have that Blink Ravage. They do pop it, but BKB from Wits jumps back. Ravage has been wasted. Well, not necessarily wasted, at least forced out a bait of the BKB usage.
Top tower is under attack.
Yeah, at least it's the 8-second BKB. 8 second? No, 9-second BKB.
Yeah, he did just get it delivered, and I mean, he's also already almost done with the SNY, so that's how fast he's flash farming at the moment.
Radiant structures are fortified.
They're going for structures now. LFO is really going into the aggressive here. Even though, well, they did get the Blink Dagger, I suppose. They don't have the Ravage, but not having a BKB as well is pretty good. Pretty good reason to push, actually.
Yeah, they just continuing on the high ground. Ages for another minute. They fortify the creeps. Are they gonna defend their creeps? No, they're actually just immediately gonna dip out instead of trying to secure the tier 3 tower. And just get some farm. Force the TPs back to base, at least, is what they got out of it.
Well, Kante is looking really scary for Morphling. Especially if you're like the Lion or the Enchantress. Those are just like one-hit KOs.
Yeah. It's morphin time soon enough. And then once you get your level 20 talent and 25 talent, Morphling just gets kind of unhinged away from attack damage and applies on-hit effects. And the waveform cooldown with the combination of crit does so much damage.
Well, still long away from level 25, at least 10 levels, 9 levels away. Morphling gets, well, the Aegis just gets consumed. And up to wait for the next Roche, which is going to be a while still. Both teams they're both trying to make something happen. So at least this game is not as passive or as slow as maybe other games. They really want to start some fights here. Ravage is up now though, so take care with that.
Yeah, Wits is queued up. He wants to go for the Nullifier next. Against the Pugnas, Glimmer, and Decrepify, and Ogres. Fight. Like, they have a lot of aura defensive tools. Solar Crest, Fire Shield, nastiness that you just immediately want to get rid of. And Pike is so close to Skanda. 350 gold. Definitely don't want to take a fight now if you are looking forward. Because it puts you in a very tough predicament. But yeah, they're tier 3 towers taking a bit of damage once again. Pike is ready to finish off the tower. They even have the slow siege with the Morphling. With the Pugna spam.
Pugna. Yep. Ooh.
Echo Slam does get dropped. They're continuing in here from Matthew. Timbersaw charging forward, but that's going to be the Timbersaw's axe gone. Ravage doesn't hit.
Oh, what was that?
Misses the mark there. Didn't blink forward. I guess he had a debuff on him. And both sides just honestly whipped everything.
Yeah, they bloopered their way out of that siege. At least you can argue it's a successful defense out of Perro Negro. Maybe.
Well, they lost the tier 3 tower. I would still say that you're happy if you're LFO.
Well, you're not going to be happy if you're LFO right now because Latems wants to take that Matthew back to the fountain.
Oh, Matthew dropping low. That's also going to be the experience rune. Pick up for Repugnance. They do manage to find Matthew. That's a 4-kill streak going towards Knight. This line, let's see. How many does he have? 5 Finger of Death kills so far.
Yeah, he does have plus 200 damage to that Finger of Death. And it's going to be 350 more HP once he reaches level 15. Which is always nice to have. Like, you can't have enough survivability as a lion, which is normally like a glass cannon. A little bit more like a glass slingshot, something like that. Doesn't really do that much damage. Tide Hunter with
that
a
sounds
gem.
like a really bad idea. A glass slingshot.
I mean, but it's not a cannon.
You pull it back once and it breaks in pieces.
It's a collection item.
Oh, it has a nice little logo.
Yeah.
Peruvian flag in combination with let me think. What's very Peruvian?
A llama.
Pan flute singers, or what are they called? The pan flute. I remember South Park. What?
Pequenas?
I have no idea.
Quena is pan flute.
Okay, yeah, that. I remember a South Park episode at least of a Peruvian pan flute band that stopped gigantic guinea pigs from taking over the world. So
accurate.
I would assume so. Though South Park is amazing.
Inaccurate. Close to real life.
Very, very close to real life. Oh, the
500
stars are
gold.
true.
500 gold away from the nullifier.
Oh, they bought a gem on the tide. Yeah, the nullifier is going to be a very big item. I don't really know. I do you think that's the moment when they want to take a fight? Because right now, LFO is kind of
Chilling.
net worth wise. It feels the same, but it does also feel like the Radiant team is a little bit scared.
Mm. I don't know if scared is the word. Maybe they're just like waiting for that item, that particular item. Because you don't really want to waste a single second without the Gripify change of target. It's not like you're going to save him, you just buy him some time with that. And they do have the nullifiers, so they're going to check if Roche is available for a playdate. If not, no. They're just expecting LFO to
Dire are scanning.
Come and
come to
contest,
Roche.
but
Yep,
they're
but
nowhere nearby.
if they
Morphling
don't,
hasn't even TP'd yet.
Radiant are
Finally has
scanning.
the TP available, looking to go into the pit. They have a PA. They can take Roche very quickly.
they saw him. Once Morphling showed in the lane, they know he is far away. He just TP'd there, so it's Roshing time.
Yeah, that's a fast take. And it's about to drop. Secure it. That it means you're probably gonna dip if you're LFO.
Yeah, well, Perro Negro just TPs away.
Okay, I know this is elimination, but to be fair, these two teams are playing really, really scared. They're playing aggressive, but they're dodging the
Safe.
fight so much.
Yeah.
Like, because LFO has already pushed high ground, for instance, and has played pretty aggressive there. But then just all of a sudden, everyone's like, no, okay, I'm gonna back off. Then again, it is elimination.
Yeah, I'd say that they want to play aggressive, but they want to be the ones initiating. They want to be the ones dictating how the fight starts. So LFO has been playing aggressive, yes, but right now Perro Negro, if they stay there and LFO was nearby, the Roshan pit is just not a comfortable place to fight if you don't have full information and vision. So maybe they want to play aggressive right now, which they are. I mean, I just saw a smoke being put, something like that. Oh no, it's just Phantom
Oh,
Assassin being
skinny.
Phantom Assassin.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah, he's gonna see if he can find a target. Observer Ward does give good vision in that little sneaky slot.
Yep.
They're gonna back off. Like, they get aggressive on LFO, the enemy are calling their bluff, and then they have to dip.
Dire's courier has
They
been
just get out. Everyone is TPing out. Yeah, this. I mean, are we still in South America? This looks very Chinese to me.
Dire
Just
are
dodging fights.
Yeah, it's scary. It's elimination. You don't want to go home after, especially today, where these two teams are playing 3 best-of-3s in a row. And
Yeah,
they're not
that's
the shortest ones.
that's insane. Like, even if you play like quote unquote the whole day Dota, you don't really get into possible 9 games. That's a lot on a professional level. Yeah, that's just taxing.
That is incredibly hard. If you've ever played competitively, I've not been good at it. I have played a couple of tournaments, smaller ones. One game of actual ranked or actual quote-unquote pro Dota, it's like 3 ranked games. That amount of pressure and like focus that you need. Whereas in a ranked game, you're like, yeah, sure, I lost some MMR. Who cares?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
But there's a lot more on the line here.
It's
To be
just
fair, MMR is the best number, but
well, Perronir is finally going into the aggressive. At least looks like that.
Dire's top
PP
tower
gets
he
his
gets
shard.
has another save, which is, I guess, pretty nice. They don't have the best control unless Timbersaw goes, so no.
is under attack.
We do have a Bottle Arcane rune for Airshaker.
Level 20 as well, so he's got the extra enchant totem damage. They're gonna go high ground themselves. Big Fat knocking on Heaven's Gate. Wit's pushing pretty quickly there. And they have the banner. They actually have the Roshan's banner on the PA
Has fallen.
for some reason.
Dire's top tower is under
Jump in from Repugnance. Gonna try and keep at least that Aegis alive for another minute. As
Yeah,
they will...
Dire's middle tower is
Yeah.
under attack.
They wanted to bait the BKB on Phantom Assassin, but she's not going to use it because you have Aegis still. So that's why I didn't blink in. You just waited just 1 minute. Less than a minute even.
Yeah,
The thing here
Vitally.
is that BP is just falling off. Not as a player, like as the hero. Like Air Spirit isn't really the best into like 50 minutes into the game. He still is, relevant right now, but he is going to fall off eventually.
It's a hero that's pretty nice until the enemy gets BKB, and then you feel very weak.
Yeah, you have Shaker with BKB, Phantom Assassin with BKB, Timbersaw with BKB. Supports don't really care for BKB, so.
I mean, the Enchantress survives. He's got
Yeah.
Sprink, he's got Hurricane Pike, Drums, and of course, Wisp. This Enchantress is very farm.
Scanning.
Yeah, he be sprinking. Where is that?
Oh.
He's.
This looks like a big fight coming up. Repugnance
Oh, this one.
knows where they are because the smoke has been broken. Slatum walking forward. They do get the vision. Rolling Boulder's not going to connect. Repugnance in front. Pops the BKB before any sun comes out. Yadomi's in a lot of trouble. Needs to disengage the rest of the team. Same story. Need to
They
get
don't
themselves
care.
out of there. Yadomi taken care of. Will lose his life. They're actually going to continue here. The Ravage gets blown up by
Nice
Punch.
Ravage!
3-man stun. In comes more. Slatum though with the BKB. They actually blow up PP instead. MJZ is still healing up on the side. They disengage Radiant team. And Pike is fissure blocked as they cannot get a single target taken care of. Repugnance even going to go for the TP out. That was a really good Ravage, but just
Yes.
a really big lack of damage.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. It was the perfect Ravage. He ravaged before the PA could use her BKB, so that's the best case scenario for a 900, to be honest. But the lack of damage was just way too much there. And we already saw that Earth Spirit is a sad mid laner. Those BKBs mitigated the entirety of his damage, so he just got bursted away. And I believe it was... Oh, there's an Octarine Core on Earthshaker, so we're going to have Echo Slams really fast, one after another.
And of course the enchant totem cooldown once he hits that level 25 as well. It means he's just going to be constantly jumping around these engagements. Trying to go for another push, but being denied because there is this pesky little morphling with the illusions cutting creep waves and forcing Shaker back to base.
Well, that's the Wakanda. Oh, there's a Silver Edge on Morphling.
Break is nice to have against, of course, PA, because it does remove his innate ability, so his evasion, but it also breaks his crit from coup de grace. So that is insanely good against PA. And normally, it's the ultimate counter for PA if you have like a Viper or something in your team that just adaptive or does his ulti.
Wait for it. Where's our... See, I'll remind you of the force stuff. Well, the thing is that the game hero-wise is starting to be favorable towards Perro Negro. Like Tide doesn't really do much later on, even if he gets a refresher up, which he is not getting. Earth Spirit just doesn't do any damage anymore. Maybe he can control the team fight pretty well if he had an Aghanim Scepter. If not, well, at least he has a safe, right? And after that is just the Morphling show. The Morphling show, and see if Matthew and Jadomi can keep him alive and buff him enough. On the other side, yeah, Timbersaw had not the best early game. Well, the early game was good, but then he got ganked like 6 times. But he has managed to come back. He's third on the net worth table. And well, Wits just got a free game in the early game. Like he wasn't bothered at all. And this is a lesson that looking for Orc has to learn at some point. Don't leave a Phantom Assassin free farming. They've done the same thing against Fusion, and they've lost for it. Obviously, Perro Negro is not Fusion, but still, it's the same hero. It still looks
Roche is
pretty
up.
even. Yep, Roche is up. This is scary.
The Morphling Illusions kind of trying to at least deal some damage to the range racks, which is unhealable damage. Always nice, but they're going to smoke up on LFO, looking for an engagement bottom side. Tide has a refresher. He will have to Soul Ring, cast spell. Like his mana pool is horrendous. He just has enough for the combo if he uses his Soul Ring. PP.
Yep.
Oh, going in.
Nice
on the back
Ravage.
line. That's a 1. That's a 2. There's going to be the break, though. Oh, my God. He gets blown up by Wits, who's looking for more. Yadomi's going to be the next target. Should be a crit, but there's Matthew with the Decrepify save. Double Buyback coming up from the Radiant side. They're looking for more, and they will look to find more. Quick kill from Wits behind the Roche pit. It's going to get control onto the Morphling. He's actually in a lot of trouble. He's going to get blown up by Wits. PP is going to roll back in. But PP, can he actually get the disengage going? Repugnance is going to tick down to the dots. But the target is PP, who is going to get shredded. With the mega kill, ultra kill for Wits. Beautiful stuff as well. The moment that fight started, it was a great double ravage.
Yeah.
But Wits instantly broke him and killed him.
The second Ravage didn't hit though. It was a little bit too slow. The first Ravage hit everyone. The second Ravage didn't hit any of the cores because everyone got the big abyss up. So the second Ravage didn't do anything. Then he got blown up. It's a double dieback for both of Perro Negro supports, which is, sad if you're a support player. But that's what you get for, picking position 4 and 5.
Hey, no hate
Yeah.
to the supports.
I'm a
homies.
support player, man. I play
know.
as a 5 and 4, but that's the life we chose, and that's the life we love, and that's the life we didn't die by. I mean, no judging here. Yeah, and then we just saw like Air Spirit doing nothing. It was just a Morphling game. They isolated him and destroyed him. They didn't really even need the Phantom Assassin just for maybe the last hit. So this is looking like a comeback for Perro Negro. The thing is, Truman, we have to admit this is the most interesting and even match we've casted today. Because even though last Perros Negros game was also even, the first game was a stump, the second game was a stump, but the third game was a little bit more even, but it was still at the end of the match it was a little bit more comfortable. But we are 44 minutes into this game, only a 4K lead, which is almost nothing for this minute in the game. And the only thing that works against LFO is their heroes, which, it wasn't a bad draft. It's just like you have to finish a little bit early if you are playing these types of heroes. And, well, Perro Negro doesn't want the double Ravage to be up again, which it is going to be in 15 seconds. Let's see if they can find someone out of position with an amplified damage rune on Phantom Assassin. Whoever gets crit once, it's going to be a one-hit KO.
Yeah, and there's no Decrepify that should be able to keep you alive. if he chooses to try and counter you out. On the side, Yadomi spotted by Slatham. There's going to be a jump chase deeper. But
Nice.
it's keeping them distracted at least. Oh, that damage to the buildings, Matthew.
That's disgusting.
The Ravage
Nice.
just gets thrown out. Witz is going to lose his first life very quickly. Echo Slam does get dropped. Going in on Vitally. He doesn't even get the chance to pop his second Ravage. That's the refresher used.
There's too many fissures. Okay.
Yeah, I was very confused at what this all was, but that's because, of course, the Morphling also turns into Le Shaker.
And this might be Le win for Perro Negro. They don't have. LFO don't have a Ravage. Didn't have a counter initiation here.
Nice
Didn't have a
break
wicked
damage,
burst.
but Witz is still just fine. Creepy going in onto Repugnance. There's going to be the Nullifier coming through. You're not going to be able to keep him alive. Quickly dealt with PP, who is kind of a non-factor here. BKB usage from the Timber Saw chasing in after Yadomi. Slatam's here as well. The control is enough. Pike is going to be charged. That Nullifier gets thrown out. They need to Timber Chain out of there. They bought back onto Yadomi, which is not that big of a threat, but they're just going to continue the push. 4 more Repugnance is trying to zone them out as much as possible. And it's working wonders.
There's nothing they can really do here. It is
Yeah,
just
it's more-
not the game.
Slatham still has the BKB. Repugnance is going to get the jump away. Fisher block, not really going to do too much. 14k net worth lead, and they lost almost their entire base in that one push.
Yeah, Morphling doesn't really have the damage, which is saying a lot. He does have Kenda, but after that, he was hitting the Earthshaker for a while, and it didn't really look like he was making a dent. Same as obviously on Timbersaw and Phantom Assassin. Yeah, I think the draft just got to its breaking point for LFO. Their heroes just reached their shelf life. I don't know.
This PA already has the money for a full equipped Aghanim Scepter if he wants to. I would assume he's gonna keep up the money for a buyback first and then spend the rest for that equipped tags. But it is always really good, the instant cast timer on Blur and the cooldown reduction. And of course the spells getting refreshed on a kill. They just walk past the
Oh, that would have
PA.
been so big.
But there's a jump in from Repugnance looking for more. Yadomi doesn't have a buyback. That would be a dieback Ogre Magi if they can secure it. And he does get blown up. The gem even gets dropped for good measure. They don't seem to know that the gem is down.
Yeah, they just leave it there.
Ravage gets thrown out, quickly going in, double Ravage onto the PA. That stun comes out, is gonna be enough to keep the kill off the PA though. Pike does do a lot of damage with that Silver Edge and the MKB, but he is gonna get stun locked. The fissure gets thrown out, is taken care of. Pike is dead, Vitally falls. 3 kills secured. And they're gonna buy back onto the tide as Matthews quickly disengaging further, but the high ground push comes in. Like, this is the thing. You kill one, the PA, which obviously is big. He had a buyback available, but this Shaker does so much.
The Shaker is a hero at this point in the game. Earth Spirit is not. And Matthew just going for the bounty runes, trying to get enough gold so his carry can buy back, and it's not enough. This game is over, Truman. It was a really nice game. Like, I do believe that if LFO picks a mid laner that doesn't follow as hard as an Earth Spirit in late game, this would have been like a long game. It was really, really close, but well, the draft difference, that's it. GG's, and this is the first game for Perro Negro.
Yeah. Perro Negro getting first blood in.
So yeah, I mean, at least now looking for Orc has a better scaling lineup, which is what we wanted. This is going to be a little bit more balance on the later stages of the game. We have a game, Truman, and this could be the last one of the night.
Yep, a lot on the line. I do think that this is probably going to go to game number 3. Mainly because they have 3 very tanky heroes. TA is not the greatest at dealing with tanky heroes. And they also have Phoenix behind it with Sunray. Sunray on a Bristle, on a Timbersaw, and on a Beastmaster is very strong because it is just going to be able to percentage heal them up quite significantly this game. But Knight on the Muerta, looking forward to seeing what he can do on the hero.
30 seconds to battle.
I don't remember seeing Knight on the Muerta, but it's pretty straightforward. Like, you get the Atos, you get the Force Staff, you reposition yourself and reposition the enemy team. You silence people and slow their attack speed, which is the most important part of Muerta. And that's all you do. Oh, wait. Are looking for
possible
some...
fight, but
The battle
yeah, there's
begins.
also yeah, no, MJZ should be just fine. 2 for 2 bounty rune trade, no funny business.
Everything looks okay. Laning phase. And what's happening here? Oh, we get a snack, Truman.
MJZ is gonna get that first blood treatment. Won't be able to do anything because, of course, or yeah, no, it is gonna go to Matthew for first blood. Bristle TP's back to bottom. Creep wave got blocked, so he actually has the creeps underneath the tower. That is quite annoying. That's gonna mean auto push in a level 1.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Yeah. Oh, the courier dies. Which gets no tango, so he has no regen on this lane, and that's a green light to harass the hell out of the TA.
Yeah, the TA, it's not the easiest to harass, especially for a lion. Beastmaster, of course, with the boars, can quickly get rid of refraction charge once he is to the point of being able to have refraction charge. Instead, he went for meld for the laning stage. Did go for the meld, the void blades as well. Pass it.
Yeah, I want to see the mid matchup, which is pretty even so far. Yeah, maybe shouldn't have at least in the first levels. He shouldn't have a hard time dealing with the Earthshaker. It only gets harder the more the Aftershock gets leveled up. The magic damage. That's the only thing he cares about. This is going to be a little bit of a slow laning phase, I believe, because the only kill potential, like I mentioned, is against the Templar Assassin if you are the Lion, if you are the Beastmaster. And then the other lane, it's, well, Phoenix hunting season. Like, if you can scare him out of his Icarus dive, you might be able to kill him. But you have to do it fast, otherwise you're going to get a lot of Squill Spray charges on you. The good thing is when you lane against a Bristleback is that you have a lot of magic stick charges, so you have like a reset button or a saving grace if you get gone.
Yeah, currently they got some decent charges at the ready as well. But Pike is doing a good job at last hitting. Nice combination there, bottom lane. They're taking quite a bit more damage than I initially would have expected. But Slatum 7 denies in mid against the Timbersaw. And it is a ridiculously strong hero as MJC takes down Matthew topside. Gets the Lotus to boot.
Yeah, not the best result there for Matthew. Giving up the kill to okay, just the ogre. Well, if the ogre gets a fast boot, that's perfect for ogre. You got level 2 power spike on ogre he's ridiculous, right? That facet. Oh, down there, Pike. Oh, he dead.
Yeah, that's a pretty big kill. The second one down for the Radiant side. First Matthew top side, now Pike down bottom side, and wasn't like the biggest commitment to kill him.
He just got repositioned.
The power of Muerta, who
MJC.
did go for the calling facet.
MJC is dead.
Once again, the slows come in with the boars in as well with the hawk dive bomb spam. And
Yeah.
Ogre is very weak.
That dive is so annoying.
It just keeps on spamming. Constantly just... Caw-caw! And then once you get
Just-
shot, you have 2 of them, so you can never run away from a Beastmaster.
Yeah, you just caw the life out of the supports. You just like root them to the ground. Like there's almost no escape out of it because there's 1 second you get between the intervals, you are slowed by the boards. So there's no rest there. Beastmaster is he going for? He's going for the helm build. Interesting.
I guess they want to get a little bit active sooner.
Instructions are
It does make sense. They have very tank heroes that skill decently, but
Dire's
there are also heroes that
are scanning.
don't skill the best into late game. I think Shaker is probably scarier than the LFO heroes.
Yeah. Is the
I don't know how
area-
TA skills though, how TA handles itself, because I haven't seen too many winning TAs.
I mean, it does have a big power spike once she gets the Desolator. And if she doesn't get Desolator with the Diffusal Manta build, there's a lot of attack speed, which it's always nice. The Melt is good enough as well. So, but he's going for the Dragonlance. Oh, PP.
Go on to PP.
Is under attack.
And an
that,
Ace Rune as well.
and that is
gonna
the
rush
issue with
towards
all
Matthew.
stuff.
Level 3 Matthew. Oh,
Nice.
Nice. Hex keeps himself alive for a little bit longer, but Slatum has to back off because PP gets a little bit scary and will be able to disengage at the very least. Haste did not result into anything. I was actually thinking he might be able to steal the stack of medium creeps in the jungle, but did not go for it. Icarus died by the Phoenix. Up the high ground, Yudomi goes. Repugnance will go for the TP all the way back to base because Pike is a scary bristle big.
He is going for the Aghanim Scepter Rush, which is what we normally see out of the Bristlebacks on the off lane. So this is safe lane, so it's going to be even faster.
Is under attack.
And yeah, the Aghanim Scepter is basically what you want to do if you want to start taking stacks. So if you want to start doing something on the map. But I do believe this Bristleback is going to wait until he has at least a Sanguine Jash or stuff like that. He's also not going to die against this, at least not on level 5. He did make an oopsie earlier in the game, with going for the Dragonlance, as we mentioned, so he might want to, take towers early, or he just wants to survive the laning stages, because the TA doesn't really have much HP to work with, and Dragonlance makes you a little bit more survivable. Okay, level 5, we are
Dire's
minute
bottom tower is
7,
under
it
attack.
was 1 wisdom rune each. Muerta's still level 4 though, doing the stacking, which is the important thing here. Who gets it? The Earthshaker. And Earthshaker is really close to Blink Dagger, so if LFO scout these stacks, which they are going to do
Oh.
right now, this is big, my friend. Oof!
That's a lot of gold just yoinked away. They're gonna go in for the fight. Fear onto Yadomi, has the Icarus dive. Will get silenced in the middle of his dive, taken down by Slatum. So they will get something in return. And now they have to be careful because Slatum still has that echo. If they want to continue a fight there towards the enemy's triangle, you're gonna get blasted.
That hurts. If you are the support who took your time for 3 minutes to do the stacking, to do it properly, and you just see it waste like that, it did help a lot in terms of catch up for PP because he was one entire level away from the Earthshaker, which he still is, but instead, he is not. He is the same level. He did catch up a little bit in terms of net worth, which the gap was getting big. NJC now. Oh, another rotation coming in from PP.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Is
Upside,
going.
looking for a push. They have the Wildwing Ripper as well with the Helm of the Dominator, going for the Overlord build. Catch onto MJZ, hold the Ogre down, chop him into two, and a quick kill gets secured. Doesn't even know what hit him.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They are just using the LFO's lineup is a little bit more level dependent than item dependent. So once you get the level 6, level 8 on Timber Sword, you can start diving, you can start ganking, you can start roaming, make something happen in the map. Also, Bristleback just survives out of just having 2 points on Bristleback and farming a lot with Good Spray. Oh, Slatens is in trouble here.
Oh, that's a big Sunray onto two. Nice silence comes out.
Nice silence.
Platinum's got himself away. Facial block. No, the chase from PP comes in deeper, and the chakram damage is enough. Great silence, but it's not nearly enough to be able to keep them alive.
They used a lot of resources there. Okay. Bristleback does have the C in red facet.
Is under attack.
And they're gonna go for some tower push power right now.
Yeah, this is exactly what we were talking about. Once LFO's team gets to certain levels, they can start doing pressuring the map, and they are learning from their mistakes. They are not targeting the TA specifically, but they are making the map smaller for her, which is important. And now the stacks that were there are going to the TA and not for the Earthshaker, who just bought his Blink Direct Leaf like not long ago.
Is under attack.
It is. Oh, Timurso got the comeback. He is first in network.
Hey, he's got his own blink dagger about to be done. Then you have Vitally on the Beastmaster looking really good in terms of farm. And Pike is closing in on towards his axe. So really good timings coming in for LFO.
Yeah, this is starting to look like a good early game and coming into the mid game for LFO. There's still obviously hope for Perro Negro. They are looking for a smoke here. They want to focus on a core, try to find someone farming in the jungle. It's not going to be the case. They also don't have enough damage to take Roche right now if they wanted to. I mean, they can certainly try. No, they're just going to use a Twin Gate.
Yeah, they need the Deso on TA for Roche to really be viable. But their smoke is continuing forward. Vitally would be a good catch if they can find him. If they have vision, Blink Echo could be big, but Vitally walking back. Ogre from the other side. Echo does get dropped in onto the Beastmaster, and he is quickly deleted.
Nice silence from the Morta. I mean, if you play Morta position 4, it is really hard to land the silence because you have to land the circle thingies around it. It's not like if it's inside the calling is going to do something. Oh, Slatams.
Going in for more. Slatum's gonna get himself away. No, he is chopped down by PP, who's looking for a third. Tree actually gets cut there by accident, thanks to the Phoenix Egg, but it will not be any harm becoming on towards LFO. PP feeling a lot of confidence coming out from the Timbersaw right now.
Yeah, he is big and in charge. He knows that he can dive right now. He knows he is strong. He went for the blink there because he wants to play aggressive, which is what he couldn't do in the last game, last Earth Spirit. So I like this new playstyle of LFO way better than the first game. And right now we are really close to that Aghanim Scepter on the Bristleback. He just needs maybe one. Oh, there's a stacked Ancient Camp right there. So maybe with that, it's going to be enough to get the the Aghanim Scepter and start joining the fights, because he's been not avoiding them, but I mean they're playing as four right now, at least for a little bit.
Yeah, he needs to get that axe before he can really become active. Deso is now being delivered towards the TA. Same story for him, but he's probably going to need a Blink Dagger more on the TA to be able to really engage here. He's going to get jumped bottom side. There's a big rotation in response. The war gets thrown out. They lose wits. In response, though, going to get the Timber Saw. And even more, it seems, as the line of Matthew gets lifted up in towards the sky and taken down below. Fissure block. Plus the big smack from Slatum is enough to secure yet another one.
And yeah, this is it's still really even. I mean, it looks it does feel like LFO is getting the better out of the laning phase, we are out of laning phase completely, but out of the early stages of the game. But still, Perro Negro manages in one way or another to get a kill or two. The thing is that Perro Negro is the only damage dealer there is going to be the TA. Well, the Earthshaker maybe if he gets a little bit more farm. He is almost last, like second to last on the core net worth chart. Dead last is Repugnance. He is almost a support. He is on that middle ground. You really do like something better with a Brewmaster. That Radiance would be perfect here. They are looking at Roche. Like you mentioned, Desolator important for Roshin. We have Deso, we go to the Roche, but LFO knows that as well. And they are, well, just creeping in little by little. Perro Negro does have vision, so they're going to see this coming.
Yeah, looking for a possible Roche fight. They're actually bailing out a lot faster than I initially expected. There's the signs thrown out, connects onto Matthew, visual block as well. Matthew blown up before he can even respond. That's most of their control gone. Are they going to continue for more?
Yeah, there's only a primal roar right now as control. They do still have Blink Echoes, so I don't know if this is the best fight for them. Primal Split coming up in 13 seconds.
Echo onto PP. There's the fissure as well. Yodomi does have that Phoenix Egg against Drop. Slatum needs to get himself out of there. Center Stomp onto 2. They didn't kill off the center. Fight gets a double kill. Well, that's a big whiff. They were actually busy trying to kill off the center creep, and then they just dipped from the kill.
Nice micro there for Beastmaster, for Vitally. And now they get a Roche for basically free, because they're not going to buy back at this point. Double Sentry, drop there for good measure. Let's see, do we have
too fast?
Nah, it's a slow cook.
Oh, MJZ. Very quickly killed off, and there's the Brewmaster TPing. Have some split available in towards the pit. They're looking to take a fight. Matthew, 3 hits, is going to get blown up. Wyatt actually needs to be careful as well. He's going to get stunned up, dragged back. Wits just shreds him.
Wits is free.
They lose Repugnance just from the AoE Quills coming out. Wits now up against PP. He's going to get chopped down. Slatum needs to get the damage in, but there's too much coming out from PP.
Yeah, PP
and that's
is
Roche.
Yeah, PP is just really big right now. I don't think they might have damage here. There's no bristleback. Okay, it was that way too.
Beastmaster is pretty strong. He also has his Ags now after his Helm of the Dominator pretty much done. So he's a beast master.
Okay. Let's see what do you have here. Well, Repugnance is still going for that Radiance. He hasn't been able to do much. The thing is that TA was so close to her Blink Dagger before that fight. If she had it, maybe she could have bursted the line even faster, get to the Phoenix. Still, a really fun game to watch so far. And as of right now, it still looks like LFO have the have the grip on the tempo of this match so far. Wait,
Yeah, 8k net with lead. And it's really the draft of theirs that makes this really hard for their opponents. Like the Bruce split that fight as well. He just died from random quill sprays. And another one. Repugnance taken care of. Pike walking in. He's got the signs done. He's going to go for the Asha next. Torment is going to spawn in 1 minute. Then they're going to be in a good position to steal it. I don't really even see what's stopping them from like knocking high ground early this game.
Well, that's what they did last game as well. So I would just suggest if they knock on high ground, at least knock hard and take the 2 Rexes down. They're going to trade the tier 1 for a tier 2. So favorable trade for LFO. Which is going for Hurricane Pike instead of a BKB. Well, he doesn't really. BKB doesn't really do much here.
Yeah, it's only the lion that you fear a little bit. The rest all not too problematic.
Yeah.
And he needs a tool to reposition. Vitally, he does have his ags done and fully delivered. Timbersaw is going BKB after his Kaya. Yeah, they're all 3 building into BKB. So, well, Bristle not yet, but soon enough they will all be building into BKBs. And then this Shaker's not really that big of a factor. He's been stuck on that on the recipe for his BKB for quite some time now.
Yeah, once he's really close to that BKB recipe, he just dies, or he just has to surrender the farm to another hero. There's Tormentor for Matthew and Tormentor for Ogre Magi, which once again the best choices for the best of luck. Do we have Wits with a BKB? Not yet.
Oh,
he is going to get caught here. Yep.
He's going to get X'd up and he is very quickly dead. Yep, he wanted to go for the experience rune, but that's for Matthew instead. And now the question for... Okay, there are no creeps, so there is no question to be asked. They're quickly heading towards mid to see if they can make that tier 2 tower drop. Knight, a lot of damage in one quick fell swoop. Forced to go for the TP out of there. They're actually being dragged across the map here on LFO. Looking for catches instead of objectives.
That is something they tend to do. Yes, they tend to go for ganks instead of objectives. And that is also why they sometimes give their opponents enough time to recuperate and they end up losing or at least winning in a way harder manner than they should have. So let's see if they can, swig that aside and start knocking on the high ground. Maybe they're waiting for Roche. Well, they do have Roche still, but
They
it's
still have the Aegis on the Timber side, yeah.
But it's like 40 seconds, so they didn't really have enough time to knock on the high ground.
It's pretty much because they kept chasing everyone on the map.
Yep. They also, well, yeah, I mean, the Bristleback and the Beastmaster do hit towers really well, so no excuse there.
They're all grouped up here, looking for a fight. Anyone walking into the lane might just get his face blown off.
Perro Negro looking for the wraparound. They're not going to find it. At least LFO is, I mean, you are on the aggressive side right now. Just go start hitting towers, and they'll come to you. Obviously, you don't want to be grouped up, but well, Bristleback doesn't have a BKB. Yeah, if Bristleback had a BKB, he could just stand right next to the tower and start hitting it. There's a BKB for Timbersaw though, and they do now that the enemy team is in their jungle. Okay, we are slowing down the game.
Yeah, significantly slower right now in their approach to pretty much clear this one and take us to game number 3. It is still looking very likely LFO heavily ahead. Their heroes are also just way stronger at this stage. Like, this Brewmaster is not done with the Radiance. We're 23 minutes in. He's got Spirit Vessel, which is nice, but no Radiance, which is not nice.
He is almost 2k away, which is something that you'll need to be farming like the 3 or 5 minutes in order to get that, which he might not have enough time to do so. Even though, like, I do believe that for LFO, you want to pressure this a little bit more. So you are giving the Brewmaster time to farm that Radiance. You are giving enough time for that Templar Assassin to get the BKB or get the Silver Edge, which is the next item she's queued up. You are giving Perro Negro enough time to recuperate, enough time to at least get some items. What does Timbersaw have? He's going for a Shivas. You have the Beastmaster who's going for a Blink Dagger. He has a BKB now, 9-second, brand new one. So Shaker is looking, less harmful the more we go. We have a smoke, maybe? Do we have a smoke? We don't have a smoke.
They might just be waiting for the next Roshan, setting everything up 45 seconds until we know where it's going to respawn.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're just setting up to be able to yoink it soon enough.
Yes, so we were right. At the end, they still had the Aegis for 40 seconds, but they are waiting for the next Aegis to maybe give it to Bristleback this time so he can start just killing towers.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Unless you
under
buy
attack.
the shard
Dire's
on
top tower is under
Timber
attack.
Saw, then you have a little bit of tower hit.
Radiant structures are fortified.
But indeed, they definitely should be giving it to the Bristleback. He's already very hard to kill though. But double Bristle, double the madness.
Let's see, and now they are looking into this tier 3. Shaker ready for the Blink initiation.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
In the meantime, let's see if Wits manages to... No, there's full HP tower. They won't be able to. They just back off and... Yeah, I mean, I understand. It is lower bracket. It might be your last match if you lose, if you're at LFO. So I do understand that they are taking it a little bit slow. But one thing is, playing it safe, and another thing is giving your opponent enough time to come back. It's a fine line. It's obviously hard to know when you're reaching into the other's territory, but still, they need to make something happen here. Roche, it's obviously a good incentive to do so, which is up. So there's a Dire Roche. You got a support kill right now. Maybe this is the sign for the Roche. You get the nice Roshan banner with that, so helps on the push. Yeah, they're doing that.
Yeah, they're gonna be able to clear that one out pretty quickly. Our Shaker is still going for the Aghanim Scepter, 1700 gold away. But that is going to be the roar of Roche, but also the roar of we cannot do anything to interrupt it whatsoever. Wits is going to go for the Silver Edge, which is going to be really good if they can use it onto the Bristleback. But there is still even if you break that Bristleback ability of his, he still has 18 armor and 2.6k HP. So even without the big defensives, it's big damage felt. It's still very hard to kill this Bristleback. He is incredibly tanky.
Yeah. This Brewmaster has his Radiance now, so he is starting to become a hero.
He has the Phoenix's innate right now, ish. The
Phoenix is what?
oh no, the Phoenix's facet. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
He just has AoE burn that, in this case, does give a little bit of evasion. Not that it's too problematic against Ursa, who just hits you for like 15 times in a split second.
It's not that much. It's like 4.5% of the missing health.
Yeah, it's not the greatest. I mean, depends on your item build, obviously, on Phoenix. If you got hard plus S and Y or something, then it's a different story. Yeah, net worth wise, they're actually gaining on them. Currently,
Yeah.
LFO, their lead is not really extending that well.
Yeah, this only shows that even if LFO has the advantage, Perro Negro knows how to be more efficient in the map. And this is what they needed to do. Okay, they don't have the Aegis, they don't have the opportunity, they can knock on the tier 3s. Pike is just right there. The tower does defend himself way better now with Bloodlust here.
Yep,
So,
but there's the banner, and then you have to drag the creeps all the way back. Or kill off the banner somehow, and they blow up the Brewmaster once again. Sunray on top. They're still healed up very nicely, and they're going to be able to survive just barely. The banner does get taken care of, but the tier 3 tower should still fall soon enough.
Bristleback is taking a lot of damage here. He doesn't really have enough of health regen.
He still has the Aegis, doesn't matter if he dies. But they're going to actually back off, surprisingly enough.
And this is almost what happened last game. They had the advantage, maybe not as big as they have right now, but they noped the high ground siege, and then the other team like Perro Negro just came back to the game. And I'm not saying it's going to happen again, but I'm seeing a pattern here.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit. The thing is, tier late game, I can do a lot of damage, but it can also feel like it just doesn't do anything. Same with Yoga Magi, who's going to get jumped. He has the Hand of Midas. He actually almost has he's going to have 2 charge of the Hand of Midas. So, massive Pitus gaming right there for the Ogre. And they will need his Bloodlust to keep the buildings alive if they're going to go for another push.
If they can go now, it's 4 against 5. Actually, 3 against 5. The Shaker is trying to split the lane a little bit. They know he's there. They can go on. Okay, first tier 3. It's a slow cook here.
A couple of hits from the Bristle, and then it's a little bit faster cook. Still has the age for another 45 seconds. Doesn't matter if he dies and loses his first life at this stage. Even getting healed up back to full, or 2/3.
Okay, they got the full line of racks. That's good. They still had like 30 seconds more remaining on the Aegis. Gonna get a free Tormentor.
Another free shard. This one to PP. That helps in their tower push presence. But they're going to back off now that the Aegis is expiring. And yeah, they're back to playing their quite defensive gameplay.
Yeah, well, at least they get 2 Tormentors out of this. There you go. One for Vitally now. I think everyone has everyone has their item shard on LFO. Oh, we see a smoke. We see smoke. We see Pi. He just.
And they got a gas big Echo Slam onto 2. Pi dropping low. Do they have the damage? He pops the BKB in time. Is he going to be able to get away? No, it's not. Wits takes him down. They're chasing him for more. There's going to be a buyback from the Phoenix. Vitally with the roar onto Wits. The TA on the back and still has the BKB. It's keeping him alive for a little bit longer, but then she drops.
Wow, Vitally.
Yep. This is painful damage coming now, chasing after the Brewmaster. And once the split has ended, PP plus Vitally will be able to surely clear up this Brewmaster. The slow is helping a bit, but the Timber Saw is not going to be able to get dodged. And a big fat double kill there for PP. Yes, they lose the bristleback and force a TP buyback, but yeah, this TA, it's just not strong enough. That's
Yeah,
just
it
been
went
the-
one-on-one against the Beastmaster, and the Beastmaster just destroyed her in a couple of hits. So it's just not looking as strong, to be honest. Even if they did get a really good Echo Slam on that Phoenix, I don't believe they knew the Bristleback was there. He just saw an HP bar. He just saw something moving there and went for it. So they got a nice surprise by killing the Bristleback, but they used so much to kill him that they didn't have anything else to deal with the rest of the heroes on LFO. LFO, at least, the way they keep their advantage is just taking fights. Like they try to push, they go back and they take a fight. They make their advantage bigger. Uh, because when they're just farming like this, Perro Negro is better. They tend to catch up easier that way.
Are scanning.
It's going to be a silver edge for Temper Assassin now. Brewmaster
he
going for
actually
Amanta.
he actually
Hmm?
did go for a different item. I think it probably was the PKB on the TA because he had enough money previously, but he chose to go a different route on the Templar Assassin. God, Bristleback's such an annoying hero. You just walk up, press your Aghanim Scepter effect, walk back. Nasty, nasty little bugger.
Yeah, he's going for the Visual Blade as his next item, which is the best he can do. Vitally taking a kill here, free for MJC. Yeah, if you get that Abyssal Blade, you can keep that Temper Assassin pinned to the ground and kill her really easily. I think we have. Slavic's just going to BKB TP out of there. PP is looking also a little bit scarier now. LFO does have a bigger advantage here. Let's see. Oh, they know Witch is here. Do they know? They don't know. They know.
Oh, Wits,
Oh.
hello? Blinks in, tries to say invis. He's gonna just straight up die. Roche is up in 40 seconds. That was a weird move by Whitson. Yeah.
That might be game.
Nah,
I
they're
mean,
just gonna wait for Roche.
if Roche, yeah, I mean, but Roche, it's for 30 seconds away.
Oh, yeah, no.
is like 40.
That is true. And then they'll get Roche, get the free Aghanim Scepter, plus Banner, plus...
Yeah, I was like a couple of. I went too far. I
like,
mean, this. Oh,
If this happens, then, it's GG. But it might also be that they're going to try high ground pushing right now, and then TA gets back in time to be able to defend, which is looking likely. Or
well, they might believe that TA is.
Oh, no, not again. Brewmaster is dead. No response. Doesn't get his ulti casted off. And Knight is going to get roared up in the process. They do have buybacks available, but double kill for PP. And the push just commences forward. Buyback coming out from MJZ. Don't really fear that too much. I guess the Bloodlust is a little bit annoying. They're going to go for the jump onto the Earthshake on the back line. And he is, again, not able to respond. 4 buyback from the Dire side. Phoenix again in the area. They can't even re-engage. That's how rough they are at the moment. Slatin's going to charge forward. Has the Echo Slam. Needs to get a good jump here. But Pike doesn't care. BKB, TP out. Fight for me. BKB, TP out. Bye-bye.
Did almost everyone bought back there from Perro Negro? That is a huge difference right now. Now 24k, it is enough. They are going to get the Roshan though, so at least they have that going for them. But that's the only thing they'll get, and maybe they won't.
I don't think they will.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's nothing. They don't have an Echo Slam. They don't have a Primal Split.
If they die here, that's game. Like, they won't have buybacks available. And there's going to be a charge on the back line. Pike, they're looking for Knight. charge forward. She's taking quite a lot of damage in the process, but the finger comes in.
Oh,
Nice
this is game.
dead
This is
ward
game.
gets thrown out onto it. He falls. 4 dead. And make that 5 with Slatum dropping in the
Game
dirt.
3,
GG gets
baby.
called, and this is going to game 3. LFO game 2 completely ran over them.
Radiant victory.
There are some voice lines from to finish today's matches.
Yep, I wholeheartedly concur. It's a good close match. I do give it an advantage to looking for Org. I think last game they looked pretty scary in that approach. Lifesteal is pretty good to have this game, but of course Slardar with the minus armor is going to be crucial here. Plus Pike Muerta doesn't really care that much about the Lifestealer. Of course has rage against Muerta, but Muerta also has the Pierce the Veil against a Lifestealer, so it's kind of a trade-off there, and it's not the best centaur game because of the fact that they have quite a decent amount of control this time on LFO.
Yeah, the Cox is the main crowd control here because every single core on Perro Negro is melee, so it's going to be really hard to translate again around those Cox. They do have a ward there, and they saw it.
Well, they are smoked, so the ward has not been spotted out just yet.
Nope.
But
there
now
you
the
go.
smoke breaks, and yeah,
Nothing happens.
The battle begins.
no shenanigans.
Mm.
2 for 2, bounty and trade, no surprises, no shenanigans, and no first blood just yet.
Look, the camp is blocked on the Radiant Ancients. That's interesting. Oh, they're going to see it.
Yeah, quick counter word, and also get rid of the observer at the same time.
Oh, Knight has a nice start of the lane here. That's a lot of gold for a position for the early boots.
And Pike went for Ofrenda, the attack speed bonus. Yay!
Radiant's
Whole
turret
15.
has been killed.
Oh, wait. Yeah, Matthew can't really be as aggressive here. I mean, they do have a decent combo with the Cox into the dead shot, to burn some mana here. But he just has to wait a little bit more. He didn't level Cox on level 1, which is interesting.
Yeah, Cogs definitely tends to be the stronger one. The bouncing costs you a lot of HP, but also mana, which is important, very much so in the early laning stages.
Been killed.
This is a little bit of an old.
Hmm?
Okay. This is a little bit of an old school way of playing Clockwork, maxing the battery assault, which was how you play Clockwork back a couple of patches ago. Okay. Oh, here we go. Against Vitally, he doesn't have enough mana for a crush, but he's just going to take it.
Yeah, open wounds is annoying. That's mainly it at the moment. Vitally needs a couple of levels, and then he'll be able to bully the Lifestealer normally out of the lane. Speaking of bullying out of the lane, PP in mid is struggling currently up against Slatum's Shaker mid, doing a ton of work at denying any chances for the Lifestealer.
Slatums has been playing a lot of Earthshaker recently, so he has this. He's been doing good with unfavorable matchups. So against a melee hero, he's just going to, rise to the occasion, and he is harassing and also farming. Oh, he has only 5 last hits on PP. That is hard to watch.
Yeah, it just doesn't have the same farm potential as Shaker, who has, now he throws the tree on Tiny, so it's going to take a while before he gets more. Nice toss back onto Slatum, takes a lot of damage from the tower, but will divert its attention towards the creeps instead.
I thought we were going to see a solo kill there. Minute 3. Lotus is already.
Gotcha.
We see.
Saturn's destroying the mid.
Yeah. He's just way too comfortable now. There's the first blood.
That's a painful first blood there. Actually continuing for Matthew as well. 2 points in double edge, 1 in hoof stomp. So it was really just straight up meant to be able to get that first blood kill. 1k net with advantage as well for the Radiant side because of it.
Yeah, and wait. Nice. He doesn't have enough for Cox right now. Nice slow. If he can get just one
Knight.
more last hit. Oh, Knight. You time waster.
Actually, does need to run it off, but Matthew is faster because it's a clockwork. Spear comes out. Oh,
Space
Matthew.
created. Okay, Knight. Dance. Dance.
Yeah,
Oh.
he still gets the kill. Nice, thank you very much, says Matthew, while in the meantime, Pike went back towards the lane.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Repugnance versus Pike. God, centers are so stupidly tanky with almost no investment.
Yeah, that's
Kissing it after MJZ, it looks like Yadomi wants to go for the kill, but with the sprites, he should be able to out-heal the damage.
well. You can always wait for the sprite because the duration is only 7 seconds, something like that. Fire spirits, you can wait for them a little bit longer. So yeah, TP was the better play there. Latums is completely 10 denies, 10 last hits ahead as well. Not that much experience ahead though. All the cores on Perro Negro are just leading the charge in last hits right now. Muerta's not having the best lane either. And that's something we mentioned on draft. Like Muerta is really really vulnerable to ganks or to aggressive play, like this one. Oh, nice silence. That could have been ugly.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Doesn't get the push back. Matthew joins the lane as well, so Pike doesn't get killed off. Pike in the meantime does have the Falcon Blade done. I'm wondering what kind of build we're going to see on the Muerta this game. I've seen a lot of like the Swift Blink builds with the Mjolnir, just for the very quick attack speed. Slatum is level 6. Wanted to possibly go for the Echo Slam there in mid, was considering it, but didn't have the mana to make the play. Haste Rune bottled by Slatum, charging in towards Yadomi. And Yadomi has no tools. No Icarus Dive, no Fire Spirits, no nothing. Stuck inside the corner. Big donk. It is Yadomi getting taken down. In the meantime, Knight does lose his life topside. It's a Pike.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup for Pike. He might have gotten just battery assault into power cogs and the calling more power cogs. Yeah, that's the combo. Like, it works really well. Oh, the experience runes are coming up. Nobody's trying any shenanigans there. It's going to get a 1-1. Lightly just scouting just in case. The entrance. No one's
no one
coming
came
up.
through, and that's a good pickup for both sides. Knight will be able to secure theirs. Support's level 4 now. Matthew is actually level 5 on the
Nice.
clockwork. And even
That was
catch Slats was there.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play. He cancels the camp and he just uses the cogs, pushes the cogs away so the Earthshaker can't really fisher his way out. Oh, wait. MJC could be in trouble here. Matthew does have enough
too much
mana.
healing with the level 2 wisps. And Matthew is just roaming around trying to be as much of a nuisance towards Knight as possible.
Wait, watch out. PP might get a kill here. No, it was just 2 seconds away. They don't have vision. Now they do. They know he's there. They are really guarding that stack with their lives basically.
Okay, rune
That-
spawning. Invis rune. Picked up by Matthew. Should be just fine. Denies it at the very least. Towards a bottle refill for the shaker.
Oh, Shaker should be going for the stacks really soon. Maybe one more level in Aftershock. Nope, he's going right now. That'd be a really fast blink. I mean, it's not going to finish the blink, obviously, but it's maybe like 500 gold, 600 gold, more towards it.
He does need to
It's
be
interesting.
absolutely certain that they won't be able to hinder him in the farm. Just the only thing that's always a little bit worrying.
Dire are scanning.
Well, Dyer knows that
You
Oh,
dummy.
Yadomi, dude, leave it be.
Under attack.
He's in no
And
man's
Icarus
land.
died.
Been killed.
He's on thin ice right now, playing with fire. He might get a courier snipe. Nah.
Very close net worths between all the cores in the meantime. Top side,
Nice.
Repugnant's gonna get sent back. Center
Nice.
Stampede caught inside the Cox. He runs right out of it. And that leaves Matthew left behind. Fissure blocks his entry towards the enemy's base, and it will be a quick kill. Who's gonna secure it? It goes to Slatum so that he can get his blink faster and faster. Well, bottom lane, they're actually going in on the lifestealer. Need to kill off the creep that he's hiding in. Pyke is there as well with the rotation. There is no rage available, no infest, and no lifestealer.
And that's what we were talking about, the corrosive haze being the doom for these 3 cores on Perro Negro. I'm still waiting. Oh, there's too many stacks here. Like, Slatims is getting a blink dagger out of this.
Yeah, that's a big, fat, juicy Echo Slamma Jamma. There we go. Oh, look
Oh,
at all the creep
so-
flying all over the place, and Slatims
Radiant's
needs
tower is under attack.
Got
a little bit more after these creeps, but great job from Knight to make these huge stacks happen to get Slatum closer towards that blink daggerino.
Dire's
He
top
got
tower is under
1k
attack.
gold, 1.1k gold out of that. He is the most farm hero of his team right now. So there's a lot of hope in this Earthshaker. Now, well, the blink reveal is important, so he might want to put his aim into that Muerta.
By the way, Heroic did win their series 2-0, so the winner of this will
Amazing.
be facing up against, Amady.
It may
Mady?
Well, the opponents only get tougher from here, or from lower bracket, obviously. Vitally going for an Eco Saber. What's the first item? Then the Blink Dagger. He don't really move as much as a starter. Oh, you're going to. Okay, that's the Blink reveal.
Can't really move as much as he gets destroyed by Slatum. With, as you mentioned, that Blink Dagger reveal. Line is going for a Blink Dagger himself. On the Radiant side, they also have that Centaur probably going to go for the Blink. It's actually going to go for Pipe first, interestingly enough. Yeah, you are up against the Muerta, so it makes sense considering that's most of their magic damage, and the Tiny as well. Interesting, hook shot comes out. There's the Phoenix Egg behind it as well. In mid, Slatum cannot disengage. And a huge kill there.
That's horrible. Like, hook shot into Cox, into the Supernova and right next to you. And then you get just dead shotted into the Cox once again there.
That's a little bit of a pesky combo that they have available to them on this Radiant side. Dire side. And Mike is almost done with his Maelstrom. He did die in the laning stage once, but he is doing a tremendous job keeping up in terms of farm.
Yeah, Muerta can farm really fast thanks to the Gunslinger. So yeah, that's and once he has the javelin as well, just the farming is just way faster. Uh, the only thing right now is that we need the blink reveal on PP.
Dire's middle
He
tower is under
he might have gotten late like 3 seconds ago. And they do have vision around here, so maybe Perro Negro already knows.
Matthew knows something's up. He was trying
Yeah.
to tank a smoke gank.
Well, they are looking for that Muerta. She is far away though, and yeah, Matthew is just doing the support life
Dire's
thing,
top tower is under
just tanking the smoke gang. Well, it is
Radiant's
also
getting
13
pretty
minutes.
close.
Oh, what?
Oh,
What
they're
happened?
looking for a fight. Going in onto Matthew. Clockwork needs some help quickly. Actually, is going to be just fine. The Ava toss up Centaur. Can he get himself out of there? Has the fear available. The Echo Slam in response. Slatum gets a double catch. Looking for Matthew as a third one. Fissure Block will deny and exit. But the big one is Pike being taken down. PP with the Avatos in response. Icarus dive. The Phoenix Egg is in the middle of everyone. It gets annihilated. And now it's just right-clicking away. Slaughter needs to focus him if he wants to keep PP alive. But he is going somewhere else on Vitally.
Yeah. Oh, Vitally just came too late into the party. Oh, what are we looking at here?
Okay, another catch coming out onto MJZ. There is Centaur walking in as a Piggy McPiggington going in. Hook shot is there. Catch onto two inside the cogs.
Nice.
Pike get himself out of there, and there is no disengage for the Centaur. Will get pushed back, taken down. This fight is continuously going on. Knight is going to be another one of the targets with the Icarus dive. The top damage is going to be enough to take him down. Matthew so close yet so far away, but it's not even needed because Yadomi finds a kill on tonight. And this game is looking a lot more active than the previous two.
Yeah, though that team fight took forever. It was a lot of avalanche tosses. It was a lot of nice positioning out of the clockwork and the combination with the Muerta, obviously, as well, with a lot of damage there. Lifestealer didn't have his radiance just yet, so his damage output wasn't as big as it could have been. But yeah, well, it's still at least he got something out of it. 3K gold lead, which is a little bit more to be more comfortable for LFO. Still nothing game changing. What would be game changing is if they get this life stealer that doesn't really have a lot of survivability right now.
Yeah, but
They do have
smoke
vision.
gank. PP spotted. Echo very quickly thrown out. He is not the easiest to kill. It takes quite some time.
Yeah, he's
But
a big
eventually
boy.
PP falls to Slatum.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He is, and this is what it's going to come in the next few minutes. Like
Radiant's top tower is under
Slaughter
attack.
and Tiny are also, tanky, beefy heroes. So you can really burst almost anyone from
Radiant's
LFO.
top tower is under attack.
Clockwork is also really tanky for being a support. The only one that is burstable is Muerta, but she is, not going to care once she is
Dire's
Pierce of the
bottom
Veil
tower is
active.
under attack.
Yeah, with Pierce of the Veil, Marta.
Tanky, beefy heroes. So you can really burst almost anyone from
Radiant's
LFO.
top tower is under attack.
Clockwork is also really tanky for being a support. The only one that is burstable is Muerta, but she is, not going to care once she is
Dire's
Pierce of the
bottom
Veil
tower is
active.
under attack.
Yeah, with Pierce of the Veil, Marta is going to be indestructible, or at least close to, for quite some time. Has the Maelstrom now done, going for the Dragonlance into BKB, which doesn't, of course, doesn't need to get a BKB because he has built-in BKB after the Radiance going for the Armlet and to S and Y. Primarily going to be right-click builds for the most part. Toss back play onto Knight. Nice line catch.
They do get something out of the rotation. They're not looking into tier 2 towers just yet. They do have a Roche lineup. You know, every lineup where Slardar is there, it's a Roche lineup. So maybe they want to take it right now. Challenge is just
Yeah.
coming back to their side of the base. They just have the map.
Italy is gonna head in towards the pit. And with the Muerta right behind him, should be, as you mentioned, a pretty fast take.
It should be. They're not getting contested, so this is just a free Roche, free 1,000 gold for their team, and free Aegis for. I'd say. Who do you give this to? Tiny? Slaughter? What doesn't really feel like the.
Phoenix. Oh, the
Mm,
Aegis.
Yeah, the Aegis.
Sorry. I would probably say
Slaughter, yeah.
they gave it to Slaughter. I guess he does have the Blink Dagger and is the one that's gonna be the prime initiator. It really
Yeah,
depends on what your plan is, because they want to just use let Pike continuously farm and him not playing with the rest of his team. So then you don't give it to him, and then it's the question: Tiny, you Slardar, but I think Slardar does have a bit more value.
yeah, he does. He just needs that big AB to be almost unstoppable. He is going for a kill here. He can solo Slatens really easily. Once he gets that big AB, that save is just not going to happen. He can solo people.
Are scanning.
This is something we were talking about in almost every single draft we've casted, which is the damage dealer. The damage is well distributed amongst the cores. It's not like there's only one core that is the only damage dealer. With is or might be a little bit of the case with Perro Muerto's lineup. LFO does have the Slardar, does have the Muerta, and obviously the Tiny that could just build a Kanda and start deleting supports. So, looking into a late game scenario, which has been the case in both
Dire's
games we've
bottom
seen so
tower
far,
is under attack.
I do prefer LFO.
Yeah, same. Muerta late game, it destroys pretty heavily. Same with the Slardar. Though, of course, you don't should never doubt Life Sealer in the later portions of a game either, as it does do a tremendous amount of damage.
Yeah, he is. Well, he is the focus though. So once you take care of the life stealer, which is burstable because of the corrosive haste, then there's no more damage on Perro Negro. Like, yeah, there's literally no more damage. If you have pipe, which LFO doesn't have, but well, once they get BKBs, Shaker is also going to lose a little bit of presence if he doesn't go for a little bit of a hitting build. She is a little bit. Still no blink dagger on repugnance. Does have a pipe though, so that's important against Muerta and against Tiny. They're looking for someone, for something, but they'll soon realize that everyone is top and oh, they can wrap around, I think. Yeah, that's the play.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, they're
They,
looking to come in from behind, which is also a little bit dangerous, obviously.
Dire's bottom tower
But
is under
Big
attack.
Shaker Echo could be a game changer. Courier, actually, they sniped the observer ward, so they know that they were coming in from behind. Repugnance in the tree, still gonna get spotted out by PP.
oh,
And the Centaur, he has Stampede, but really doesn't want to use it. They're gonna go in, and that's gonna be the Centaur caught inside the cogs and taken down for a spin. They have to be careful, because the Tormentor's gonna get yoinked
Dire's
if
bottom tower
they don't hurry up. Slardar is really good at Tormentor stealing.
yeah. Well, yeah, Tormentor is it's right there. Okay, they know there's a Tormentor there. No more experience rune though. They can take the tier 2 tower, but they're deciding on the mid lane. Well, they are really not deciding since Pike is just going to farm. Yedom is just
Oh,
making some attacks here.
They managed to grab the Tormentor before they actually head in that direction. So a free shard for the Lion is pretty good. Not
Best case
fantastic,
scenario.
but pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I think Sprink is a better case scenario.
It does a little bit more damage, but at least you have more survivability here. Slatims doesn't really have a blink dagger. Yeah, Vital is just going to walk away.
And now Slytherin out of there is going for his BKB build up. Not too much that they're looking to gain from that Aegis, or from at least the first Aegis. PP is not going to go for the Kanda build, actually. He's going for Echo Saber as well. So they're going to get a lot of right click heroes here on LFO.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, that's also a lot of damage in terms of your tower push, right? So yeah,
Yeah,
the tower
it
push is
does
going to
help
be
with the
insane.
objectives. But then again, you already have the Muerta, so the objective gain is already kind of completed for their team.
Who do we look for here? Well, we have a BKB just finished on Muerta.
Dire's top tower is
The
under
LFO doesn't really have damage deal right now. Okay, Muerta's TP. Who do they find here? Okay, they saw
Oh,
that.
quick catch from PP. There is the silence as well on the center, so he can't stampede just yet. Matthew on the other side is going to get rushed at by the Lifesteal Echo Slam, gets dropped in the middle of the pack. They're going to go in for the Slardar. Doesn't have the Aegis available. He's going to get dunked down. Vitally drops. And now PP's BKB is about to end. There is a Phoenix Egg to keep him going, but there is a perfect Fissure placement
Nice.
from Slatims. And PP nice for staff from Matthew, trying to keep PP alive. Matthew needs to be careful because he's got the gem. That would be a painful loss if they would lose that as well as they just did to Heroes. A big fight coming out from the Radiant side. And yeah, net worth wise, we're back to even Stevens. Lifestealers feeling very comfortable in these fights.
Yeah, he already has the Radiance. He went back for the Emblem of Mordigan and now going for, I believe it's going to be a second Yasha, which should be finished by now with that last team fight. Indeed it is. And then going for an Aghanim Scepter, which is, well, that's a way to deal with the Muerta. Just infest her, disarm her, and make her take damage over time. On the other side, or Vitally going for the BKB as well. And well, until they get BKBs on LFO, they are still they are still vulnerable to the Earthshaker initiation, the Center Warrior initiation. One thing I saw in the last team fight is that, well, the Phoenix was way too focused on maintaining Matthew alive, and then Supernova came a little bit too late for my liking. It could have been a little bit earlier positioned, maybe a little bit further on to save your course, which died. But well, that's just maybe nitpicking a little bit. Wits going to get spotted. Ooh, going against Matthew. PP's right there, but yeah, there's no one there to follow up.
Yeah, no harm, no foul just yet. Slatum still wants to get his Ags before he takes any real fights going forward. Which, of course, as you mentioned, the Ags build up. PP's closing in on his Echo Saber.
Radiant.
But both these sides are just focused on trying to get the items they need to even play these fights. Because Center doesn't have a Blink Dagger just yet. He's going for the Shiva's Guard, or at least build up the Plate Mill. But definitely is going to need a Blink Dagger soon enough to be able to initiate.
Yeah, I do like that he is going for more survivability, because what happens when you get a Blink Dagger really early on, if you don't really capitalize on it and get a lot of kills, then you're a center, but you're not tanky, right? You just blink, hoof stomp, double edge, and half your HP is gone by then. So I like that he prioritizes a little bit more of sustain before that. Latims has a life steal inside of him.
Yeah, they're looking for a fight. They need a big catch here to find it worthwhile. But yeah, they jump back out and they're going to continue back to farming. This game is, this feels like this is going to go the distance kind of a game.
Yeah, sure looks like that. Latims is just farming until he gets the Aghanim Scepter, which is, more mobility. Always useful. Wits is still a long way from the Aghanim Scepter. We'll see what Muerta gets out of this. She's going for the Mjolnir build that you mentioned, and then going back for the Hurricane Pike.
I still don't know what that Aghanim Scepter effect from Muerta is actually for. Like, is it good? Is it bad? I have no idea. No, it's bad. It's definitely bad. I just don't even know what situations you use it.
Okay. After the effect ends, the hero's soul is forcefully returned to the body playing strongly spell. The soul will survive at the end of the effect even the hero is killed. Okay, but what do you do if the soul... I just have to see that in action. I haven't seen Marta Arcane Scepter in play. But
Yeah, you
just
pretty much shoot at someone and then they're losing. Oh,
they're muted.
okay, going in onto Matthew. Gets hook shot away to the side. They do lose Slatum very quickly. 1-for-1 trade so far, going in for Repugnance. No way for the Centaur to man fight this at this stage. They did buy back as well for Matthew, but Repugnance is going to be the target. Fight delete. Just going to get the bash control going. 2 kills secured. Roche has respawned, and that is going to be Roche number 2 with the free banner as the target.
And now LFO can start looking into those tier 2s. They are taking this really, not slowly, but safely. If it weren't the third match of a lower bracket game, maybe they would have been more aggressive with the first Roche. And maybe this second Roche is just going to be for tier 2s. The third Roche is for tier, the 3s or Raxes. So slowly but surely for LFO, which, as long as they don't get too slow, it's not going to come back to bite them in the ass. Which finished at Sagin Yasha. It's only like 700 away from the Aghanim Scepter, so let's hope that's the correct pickup on items for Wits.
Now that they have the Aegis on Pike, I assume that they're going to use this second Aegis for something, or are they going to be the ones that get pressured by Wits and the rest of the Radiant squad?
I do believe they need to use this for something. They're going to just leave Wits there to take the tower, maybe? I don't know. He's just waiting a little bit. He's going to take the tower basically for free. And I don't see any smokes, though. Yeah, there are no smokes here. There's an Endless Tiny.
Yeah, they won't be able to find anyone. Tiny, in the meantime, is going for a Chrysalis. I assume he's still going to go Kanda, though. Because the Chrysalis Daedalus, the Kanda Daedalus differences, I mean, it's a decent amount, but it's not insurmountable of an issue. There's Wits with his Ags done, so he can go for that big invest play into the opponents.
Oh. That is exactly right.
So close for a possible fight. Who's going to get the first jump? The Radiant scan perfectly on the mark. They know exactly where LFO are running towards. Jump in. Slatus pops the BKB.
That's big.
Yeah, that's a pretty big cooldown use. They have an Observer Ward on the high ground. There is a hook shot from Matthew. He's looking for a lineup. But MJZ is sidestepping as much as he possibly can. Jump in from PP. Gets the toss up. Drag back onto MJZ. There's a Centipede 2-man stomp. Comes out with the Phoenix Egg on top. They have to back it off.
Surprisingly, Lifestealer didn't infest Muerta. He was just trying to hit someone. Well, Muerta still has the Aegis, so maybe you don't really want to waste it like that. Muerta is looking a little bit scary here. The only thing Perro Negro has going on for them is that Lifestealer is the most farm hero on the map, with only like 2k lead difference between him and Muerta. Watch out, Wits. Maybe he goes in.
Good catch. Wits going back in. They pop that Aegis pretty quickly. Vitally is in trouble. Has his BKB is going to get infested and disarmed Matthew Clockwork is dead. Gem has been dropped. I'm going to go for Pike. He still has that Pierce to fill, but can he get any damage going? No, he's going to be forced to TP out of there. Big fight in favor of the Radiant side, and they're trying to disengage as much as possible, even hunting after the Phoenix here. But Satims is pretty fast, and so is Wits. He's going to try and fly his way out of there, but the Echo...
Oh, wow.
Might be a little bit overkill, but nonetheless, kills get secured.
That wasn't called for, but I mean, yeah, well, whatever. It's just like 100 seconds on the cooldown. They might have used it for the pressure on this tier 2. The thing is that LFO does have the assets, does have the resources to be able to push, to be aggressive, to take towers, to make the map smaller for the enemy team, but they just don't do it. They had Aegis, they had all their ultimates, they had the timings, but they I don't know, I don't want to say they're scared because they don't have a reason to be, but they are taking this caution thing a little bit too seriously. And like you just saw, like Wits just by himself with no backup has taken more towers tier 2s than the entirety of
Dire's
LFO.
middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, the Lifesteal is looking very hard to kill at this stage as well, and has been able to get free towers for the most part. Walks up, breaks the smoke. Lifestealer needs to be a little bit careful. Yeah, they are gonna go in. Toss back play comes out. Centaur Stampede, can they get him out of there? The Centaur drop him pretty low. The Phoenix Egg is gonna get taken down. Yodomi loses his life, and in comes Wits, man fighting up against Pike, who doesn't have his ulti available. Pike falls, and they're gonna go for Vitally, making that a possible third one. Yeah, this is no escape coming through. 3 kills secured, and it is looking like Perro Negro might actually get themselves to the lower bracket final at the moment.
Yeah, it is happening again, Truman. It is happening again. LFO has everything going on for them. They have the advantage. They have the economy. They have the timings. They have the Aegis. They have everything, and they just don't use it. I don't know why they play so passively. And against a team that is really aggressive, just like Perro Negro, then it's just not going to happen. That last team fight was really interesting. They went all in into Lifestealer, but Republicans just blinked right next to the Lifestealer, and Lifestealer regenerated with the Infest, and it was a reset button. And now they're taking tier 3 towers.
Yeah, they're breaking the base, finding Yodomi once more. Phoenix dead for 45, has a buyback available, but an added kill in the mix. 10k net with lead now. Buyback comes through. Toss back play thrown out onto the center. Tries to stampede out of there. They lose PP. In response, though, they will finally get rid of the center. Hook shot in from Matthew. Wits actually wants the man fight. Doesn't have the rage available, but needs to be backing off.
I didn't see enough damage from Pike. He took forever to kill that centaur. Well, it is a centaur.
Yeah, it's not the easiest hero to kill. He's got 3.3k HP and 30 armor.
Now he has a Chrysalis, so the crit is going to be nice. But what I mean by that is, yes, obviously a centaur is really hard to kill. He has a lot of armor, but Lifestealer is basically in the same amount of armor as the centaur, and he does have more HP, so Lifestealer is tankier. Okay, free Tormentor here. Who's going to get it? Oh, ooh. Slatims gets it, and MJC pays for it.
Yep, that's a sad moment to drop, but it's a nice shot there for the Shaker.
Yep, Roshan is up in 1 minute, and that might be the last team fight if it doesn't happen before. Vitally, don't do it, man. Don't do it. Don't let intrusive thoughts win. Don't do it, my friend.
They're all right behind him. And
Oh, he let the
oh,
intrusive
he
thoughts
actually
win.
is going to go in vitally. That's a little bit too risky. Loses his life. Nice two-man stomp comes out. And Matthew, can he get away? Flying away? No, he's not going to be able to disengage. Witz is just constantly right-clicking away. Echo Slam for what, Slatum? For what?
He wanted to use the arcane rune.
I guess, and he also has the Octarine, so it
It's
doesn't
like
have the longest cooldown.
60 seconds, Echo Slam.
61.9. Yeah,
Yeah, just round it down. Yeah, and we told him, don't let the intrusive thoughts win, and they won. And it ended up in three hero kills for Perro Negro. And now they just have to wait for the creeps, and it's easily 2 lanes of racks here. If even if Tiny buys back, what can they actually do? Pike doesn't really have that much damage. Yeah, the range also is not the best. Lifesteal can just walk towards her and kill her in a couple of swoops. Okay, mid lane is open. Roshan is up. And I think it's pretty straightforward what's going to happen, Truman.
Yeah, if they're fast enough, they can kill off the next Roche, of course, because it is going to swap sides soon, but you want to get that free Agnum Scepter, most likely, which would probably mean that they eat up an Ags, to be fair. If they do that, you probably eat up the Life Sealer's Ags and he sells his.
Maybe, yeah. Well, you can always give it to... I want to say Centaur or Lion, where Lion is good against the Muerta with the Finger of Death, and the cooldown reduction is always nice. He's just 1 level away from it. And they will give it to...
Yeah, he's gonna eat the Ags, sell his own Ags.
Yep. He does have the blessing there. He eats it, sells it, he gets the Assault Press. Well, not yet. He can though.
Yeah, he also has a BKB at the ready as well for afterwards.
Radiant are scanning.
Against the pesky silence of the Muerta.
Yeah, sometimes when I play a Smarta position before, it takes me off guard when she speaks in Spanish. And I'm like, this is... it's new to have another language on there. That is not the Korra boss from the Warlock.
Nah, I just like the Enchantress going.
Sorry.
Oh, going in, but the rage just in time. PP not a good time to jump onto it. He's fast on his fingers there.
And this is just another lane of rack that is going. It's going down really easily here. Oh, I heard something.
Atom gets kill onto Matthew somewhere. Why was Matthew there?
Maybe he wanted to get them on the retreat, but that's the only thing that comes to mind.
Oh, let's do full sets of racks. And yeah, only 1 more set of racks to be secured, and then they got megas in their back pocket.
Well, the game is looking a little bit, already decided. Like 20k lead is really big. This team fight is just decisive for everything that might happen here. Oh, vitally.
Jump comes out. Centaur actually in a lot of trouble. There's going to be the Phoenix Egg this time around. Centaur Seppi, can they disengage?
Nice.
The Infest onto Pike does hurt pretty heavily. Witz still has that Aegis available. Swaps in the BKB is going to go. Echo Slam on BKB. Taken care of. And Vitally is dead. They do have a buyback available. PP did come back into action here, but Witz is still not dead.
Pike was not hitting anything. He was too far away, and now he's going to PP. PP, don't die. Don't die, PP.
Gotta be careful. There's
Pike.
gonna be the center going back in onto Pike, dropping low. He doesn't have his Pierce to fill. Witz still with the PKB charge forward. Needs one more hit. Takes down Pike. Big kill. Pike has a buyback available. They're gonna go for the center on the side. Vitally wants a man fight here. Witz is really trying to keep them off of his course. There's going to be the buyback from Pike. Immediately into the fight he goes, thanks to the Ofrenda. But PP, that would be a dieback if he falls. And still the Aegis for the Life Stealer is up and running. Impetus, shots. Matthew so close to dropping dead. But this Life Stealer is now alone.
Silence.
Rage. Silence comes up and he is dead. They keep their Rax bottom intact. It cost them though, I think 3 buybacks.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, it might have been 3 buybacks. It's 2 buybacks actually. No, 1,
No, it's 3.
2, 3. Yeah, 3 buybacks.
All 3 cores. If they die, then it's
over.
pretty much over.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, they did get that team fight they needed to come back a little bit economically into the game. I mean, it was just a
Gosh.
6-base win. Oh damn.
Enchantress is gonna be a dieback, it seems. Or no, Echo Slam drop from Slatum going in for PB,
Enchantress.
takes on the Tiny.
She
is keeping
doesn't
Enchantress
die.
alive.
Oh, there.
Finally, she does get taken down, but it is going to be 3 kills, and Slatum with a
Damn.
huge Echo Slam keeps the game in their favor.
She took it like a champ. Like, that was some tanky position 5.
Yeah, that was big boy Eng plays.
Well, you don't have a buyback on PP, so it is go time, I believe. Yeah, Clockwork doesn't really do anything here. He does have a Blamer's offering now, so that's the only thing he can do with his life right now. We will get the Megas, Truman. This might be just the beginning of the end.
Yeah, it's getting very close. There's no PP for another 50 seconds. And their focus is going to be those racks. They have the raids. They can slow siege this if need be. There is no fortification either. Vision block comes out. 2-man stomp. And the Phoenix does get the egg off just in time, but the finger will blow up vitally and the egg is gone.
Oh,
no
drop me
returning
the
coming
G.
through.
Drop the
And
G.
dunked on. Big ol' yippee. It's Pike alone. I mean, they already qualified for PGL, so.
There it is.
But they are eliminated for the ESL closed qualifiers as we have a day of 3 wins in a row for Perro Negro, getting themselves to the lower bracket semi-final.